she coming through, she's a 9. I thought I fuck no move to fly. Let's put our differences to the side. Let's go. You need a nigga like me, don't lie. She coming through tonight. I thought fuck no move to fly. Let's put our differences to the side. To the side. I raised you up, don't you lie. I'm not a hustler, I'm out the way. I'm out the way. No bitch, good, don't even.
Hey there, good evening. It's nighttime mostly. Welcome to the channel. I'm Mrs. Best. We have James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. He is here. We're here to go over Basketball Wives LA season 11, episode 11, which is not the finale. How long do you think they're going to go?
It's true. I thought this was the finale. I was like, oh, we still got more episodes.
I was like, at the end of it, like,
did they have a reunion?
So last season they did. I'm assuming they're going to have one this year as well because we did see the reunion seating chart, and for some reason Shawnee was on there.
That's right, you did say that.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything for like reunion looks or anything like that, but I feel like, I don't know. I just feel this show is everywhere, so we'll see what the hell they decide to do. Anywho, we are going to get right into things. So the first thing we see is Jennifer and the boy's mom, even though it's her fiance. I just, especially the way on this episode.
I was watching that scene. I said, "Girl, Jennifer, you know you went to high school with this lady. Stop playing."
They look. His mama looked good.
She do. She looked great. She looks great.
I'm kind
of. That's why I said that her and Jennifer can't be that far apart in age.
They can't. They really can't. I agree. I definitely agree. So basically, the mom asks about children. You know, she seems supportive of the relationship, which, you know, Jen is worth $23 million by herself, allegedly. So if I was a mother, I'd be happy that my child was with somebody worth all of that too. But what's the hate? Now he for sure can buy me a house. So I wouldn't be mad either. But basically, he says that in this little conversation, and this is where it got corny. And I already didn't care for the boy toy, but now I really, really don't like him. And I lost respect for Jennifer. Christian says that he is going to have a conversation with Vanessa because for some reason, the situation with Vanessa was appropriate for his mother to know about. Anywho, he says that he's going to give Vanessa an earful. An earful. And he says he's going to do that because she was speaking about his kids. She didn't really... It's kind of similar to the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta situation because she didn't say anything about the child. She just said that the child existed and the dad did not let the rest of us know that he existed. That's not talking about your child, but I can understand why it would irritate Christian. Do you have any opinions or feelings on that dinner?
Absolutely. Because I felt like, and see, that's the thing. We don't know how Jennifer told him. Or do we? I don't remember. Like, so my whole thing is this. This is still a woman at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like it wasn't strange when we hear that her coworker is dating this man that is so much younger than she is. And so much of an opportunist that your whole criminal rap sheet was exposed. So at the end of the day, it was for drama, obviously. She's on a TV show that you are well equipped and very willing to be a part of, might I add. So, of course, your tea was going to come up. Of course it was going to come up. So for you to get mad and not know what the game is, because if you were just really smart and if there was no truth to what Vanessa was saying, you wouldn't even be bothered. You'd be like, well, just laugh that shit off and we could just go about our business because we finna get married. That's the attitude you should have. Not, oh, I'm finna go check this lady because she don't need to be putting my business out there talking about my children when you don't know the full context of the story.
Here's the thing. As a man, he should have left that alone. Even if he was single, I know some people are like, what if he's single? He's got to depend on himself. No, he doesn't. He just doesn't. Like, it's just not appropriate. But that doesn't mean that women should also take advantage of the fact that men can't really have a fair fight or argument with us, you know, and
right.
I just want to make that clear because I know some of these heifers don't get it. But yeah. And the other thing, I think the biggest point for me is I thought we talked about this. She apologized to Jennifer. They spoke. Everything's fine. So whatever. I guess they are grasping for air when it comes to content for this show. And this is why people feel like Basketball Wives LA could have been done, and we could have, had Orlando or some other new franchises as well. Because why do we need to see Jen? What's up, Lil Intact? Why do we need to see Jen talk about an issue that she already talked about and resolved? Like, why do we need to see him go back to it? So that's weird. Jen should have checked her man. Next thing we see is Evelyn sending the ladies a little onesie for her event. She has a bodysuit thing. We're not going to talk too much about that, but it is important to note that she sent it to everybody except for Clayana, of course. So then we see Brittany, and I'm really annoyed with her. She says that she received Evelyn's invite. She received the bodysuit, but after meeting with Clayana, she doesn't know if she wants to be a part of the group in terms of be around them. Just go. I'm not going to waste my energy talking about this same shit on my channel again. I'll let James give his opinion. I don't have shit to say. I'm tired of Brittany complaining about this group and the shit that she wants to get into. If you don't like these women, then go. Instead, you spent a season playing VH1 out of a check to give us nothing because no one's done anything to you. You're mad at them for what you did first before Clayana throwing drinks. I'm sick of it.
and that's my whole point about Brittany. Like, Brittany, you obviously do not know the game, which is really pathetic of you to even come on a TV show, get into it with all the women, shit that you originally started. And then when it comes to wanting to face the fire because nobody really wants to deal with you, now you want to talk about, oh, I hate these women, I don't want to deal with them and everything like that. And it was like, look, you came on the show. That part. But it's like, you came on the show for what purpose then? Did you think that you were just going to come in here and these girls were just going to submit to you when, mind you, two of them that are casted was here from the very beginning of this whole franchise? Is that what you thought? Because I am so confused on why you would even question that. You needed to be showing up to everything. And if you was a really real about your shit, like if you was really, you could have turned the tables and played everybody and walked out like the start, the way Jackie did her like first 3 seasons, the way Malaysia did, the way all of them, like you could have turned this shit around.
Yeah.
So I am not here for you. You don't have to come back next season. That's fine. If they get a next season.
Yeah. I'm just, they got to be careful with casting. I think Shawnee should truly step to the background. Be a wife to Keon, praise the Lord, pray, find something, and let somebody else run the show. Because I think Shawnee's going to run the show into the ground. I really do. She doesn't know how to let go of this franchise, and I feel like
she already ran the show into the ground. Hell, that's why the only thing that's sticking up for this show is little thorns. That's sticking. You know how thorns come out of a bush? That's how this show looks right now. It's just little things that poke up in the follicles, and we just.
You guys definitely didn't need 11 episodes. I think of the 11 episodes that we've seen, she definitely could have taken probably a solid 5 of them and combined them so that it would have been less, and that's okay. But it is what it is. So Brooke receives roses from her husband, and I don't care about this either. I'm just going to keep it real. I knew this lady wasn't going to leave him because when you pause, you're not done. That's all I'm going to say. She paused. She's not finished with him. So we did see Evelyn meet with Levon, and I don't like that she's engaging and trying to further business practices and, things of that nature with this man that she knows she doesn't want. And the reason I say that is because when you get married to somebody, if you're doing it right, you shouldn't question it at all. When you're doing it, I'm not saying you're not going to attain questions, later. I'm not the fucking psychic for marriage, but you shouldn't question it. You should be confident in it. Like, I was only 19 when I got married. Fun fact, I was very confident in that shit, and I was young, and there was not a lot I was confident in at that time. And I'm still married. So you should definitely make sure that your gut, your mind, and your heart match up. If something is out of thank you, Naya. Thank you. If something is out of that comfort, that alignment of those three things, do not marry the person. Like, don't do it.
Here's the thing, and I said this the last couple of reviews. This man is not toxic, so it scares Evelyn. It scares Evelyn that this man is not ready to go upside her head. This man is not going to argue with her, at least not from what we can see. This man is not going to give her the rift the same way Carl, Ocho Cinco, and Antoine are going to do. He's not going to cheat. He's not going to do any of those things. So she's trying to find something. And this is what annoys me about Evelyn, because you cried about how you just want a good man and you want someone who's going to understand you and all this bullshit, to finally getting one. And now there's something got to be wrong with him. It's like.
But she keeps saying, I know it's me, not him. And if you know that it's you and not him, then let the man go and let him go find a woman that's gonna appreciate him and is gonna do that. And I think she does care about him, but like care a little harder and care enough to let this man
I think she's like placating on the fact that he's nice, and she does not have any real, like, I would say attraction, because he's very attractive. But what I will say, she does not have an inkling to his personality. It's like she really is trying to fish and see if there's something else that could keep her there at this point. Yeah. And I'm like, tell the man you want a thug and just be done. Like just tell the man you want a thug and just be done. Like, I don't understand why you making this man, because I'm sure, because he looks like he's very much into her. I don't understand why. Yeah, like, I don't know why you are playing this man through all these emotional roller coasters and gymnastics and shit, all for you to end the relationship based on a fear you have. It's
and that's what happens in this scene. The lady basically assumes, oh, you guys engaged, this and that, because then you does look like somewhere you would go for an engagement party or rehearsal dinner. It looks like something of that nature. And Evelyn panics about it and all of that. And I'm just like, whatever, dude. So I'm done with her relationship. But she is nervous for Jennifer to talk to Shanice. And I don't think she should be nervous, because if you teach a child to stay in a child's place, then everything will go fine, when they are adults. So moving it along, we did see Jackie working out in something that looked like Missy in the music video. Was this Super Duper Fly? Hella years ago when she was in the trash bags, Jackie was working out in something that looked like that night. Jackie, we know you older, auntie. Like, we respect you, Jackie. We know you older. Like, Lord. Doug likes your little gut, your little kangaroo pouch. So fuck everybody else. If Doug likes it, we love it. How about that? I'm tired of seeing Jackie work out, and then in the next day and scene, we see her go and drink. But we do find out that her daughter Chantel is engaged to a basketball player that Jackie and Doug have not met and know nothing about, which tells me that something very, very nefarious is going on in that fucking household, because I thought my family was toxic and fucked up, but we all know for the most part who's dating who got a woman, who, but you didn't tell your mom you were engaged? Okay. All right. Like,
the reason why I'm so quiet and making these faces is because I don't like her.
Chantel?
Yeah.
I've never liked her either.
I don't like her. And I'm going to be honest with you. She looks great. I'm going to say she's very beautiful. She looks amazing right now. She looks happy. Congratulations, Chantel. Happy for you, baby. You and the man that's 20 years older than you. We are very happy for you.
Oh, is he?
Allegedly. And I have an idea of who it is, too. But I'm going to keep that to myself until the blog's posted first.
So he's just like her dad and near her.
I will text you who it is. I'm going to text you who it is. Because I heard word on the curb. I don't want to say it here because I don't want, allegedly. I know who it is. At least I have an idea of who it is.
Listen, Naya said exactly what we were all thinking. Jackie's household is a little dark. There's something happening in her household, but they all
here's the thing. No.
Private. So
here's the thing. No, it ain't private. It's not private. Like, when I tell you that shit is not private, it's just Jackie is a lunatic, and her daughter knows that she's gonna run that man off, like she ran that baby daddy off. So yes, I think that's why she's keeping this shit under wraps and don't want Jackie involved in nothing. But every time I see, and y'all, and this is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm sure you won't, but it'll be out there if I say it right here. But here's the thing. This is what I'm gonna say about Jackie. Whenever I see Chantel come into a scene, I cannot but help but think about the other daughter. Where, where the fuck is the other daughter, and why is she never in a phone conversation, something in these scenes with you, Jackie? Why do you always glorify this child? I'm sick of looking at this. I'm telling you, we have been dealing with
I
this
think
shit for
Naya
10 years.
Green has commented why Jackie is so on this child. I've always thought that as well. I can't say it because YouTube will filter and do all this stuff to the video, which has happened to me before, y'all. But listen, my mouth, I'm bound to get reported by something. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. Jackie is Jackie, but Chantel's
and
hopefully
Nia's Green's coming. Yeah, I know why, but it makes me feel better when I say it out loud, because here's the thing. I want the answer to be something else. I do. I want it to be something else. I want it to be something else. I don't want it to be about that baby's skin color, the speech impediment, I don't want it to be about any of those things, because regardless of whether or not the daughter is beautiful, strong, and should be in the same light as this other one that we keep continuing to see. Now, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But
hopefully we start to see more from Jackie's family. I mean, if Jackie were to, I don't know, but I just, whatever, you know what? Congratulations, Chantel. So, because I don't really have any positives for that. But we did see Jackie, Jennifer, and Evelyn meet at Evelyn's home. And this is where we find out. Nia Green says, no, I get it. It's truly sickening and wrong. And the fact they glossed over it for years, even though it was on our TVs. Yeah, I think that's the thing. When you come on TV and you show us certain things, we expect for those things that you show us or that we know about you previously to be discussed. When you don't discuss it, hide it from us, beef with people for a whole season over it, it gets old. And that's the problem with this cast. They've been on TV, reality TV. When Flavor of Love was still on TV at one point, these hoes was on TV when it was ending. So reality TV has changed a lot, as many things do. And I think that these OGs are still in the old era. In today's era, you got to come on TV and expect that we're going to find out everything and talk about it, because somebody, if you don't talk about it, somebody eventually will. It always happens. So while these girls are meeting at Evelyn's house, Jen brings up Christian, and I think she brought him up feeling like she would like be popping. You saw her like make a little smirk when she was sitting there bringing it up. And I'm looking at Jen like, you're really that mad at that girl because she brought up something that obviously you have concerns about, because if you weren't concerned, you would have let that shit die. Jen looks happy as shit, in my opinion, when telling them that Christian wants to talk to her. And Evelyn says what we were all thinking in her confessional. Jennifer doesn't realize that he's a man and he shouldn't be addressing Vanessa. And Evelyn's had a bigger issue with Vanessa, and honestly, a reason to have more of a fight with Vanessa than fucking Jennifer does, because people are paid to write little articles or to report on the tabloids throwing shade at Jennifer. Jennifer, the Shade Room posted your engagement party. Honey, that's not the biggest positive. It just ended up that way. They're called the Shade Room. They threw shade. So I don't think Jen understands that, but I don't understand why she's excited to have that Christian's go talk to them. Evelyn looks like it's not a good thing, but you know, no one tells Jen about herself, because when Jen has something in her head, I think she just got to let her fuck up, and then hopefully she'll learn from that, but she doesn't. So Evelyn then mentions not wanting to be married, but says that her and Levon will always be friends. Just tell us y'all are broken up, but you didn't want to stop filming him for the show or have that exposed on the show. Because you're talking about him like y'all already done. You're okay with being just friends. We'll always be friends. So you don't even want
Once again, Evelyn, just say I cannot do the professional elite type I want a thug. All you got to do is say that, because that's what we understand about you. You want somebody that's going to mistreat you and, and always disrespects you and your integrity, because at the end of the day, it'll make you forever be a victim. Being with this man who does not do all these things, that you will soon have to be accountable for any ignorant, self-conscious little actions that you like to pursue out into the world. You would have to be accountable for that. So if the man messes up more than you do, like cheat or curse you out or do whatever, that puts you in a victim mode automatically by default. A lot of women do this. A lot of women do this where they pick men that will always make them submit to victim roles, because when they do their little shit, they know that at the end of the day, this man does more on a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very sad that women think like that. Some women think like this, because it's like,
the thing with women who speak like that, I would just hop on to the next say. Brooke goes to hang out with her husband, Steven, and it's obvious they back together. So while we're speaking of women who want a thug and somebody's going to mistreat her, listen, Brooke, because everything James just said, Brooke, is she not living proof of that? Because Steven, he made it, but you could tell he got a little bit of an edge. He done cheated on her. All it took, because prior to Brooke's unfortunate passing of her daughter, she was entertaining this man. So I think
she's another example. No, she's definitely another example of what I was talking about. But the problem with Brooke is, I'm going to give her grace because her daughter has passed. I'm going to give her grace for this, just this one time.
I'm just saying in general.
I know what you were saying, but I'm just saying
before your child passed away. So
yeah,
to me,
I'm not gonna read Brooke for this, because
it's not a read. I don't care to see scenes of her with this man by themselves, like, especially when you're like, I don't know what me and Steven are doing, but I'm living in the moment. Like, you do know what you're doing, bro. Y'all are back together. He's obviously hitting it. Men don't just walk in and grab your cheek of bottom if they're not hitting it.
He got some big ass hands, because the fact that his whole hand could fit in the cup of that ass was very impressive to me. I said, well, damn. He has some big ass fucking hands. Because I was like, when I tell you, I had to pause that shit because I was like, wait, huh? Y'all know y'all was looking at that too. Don't play with me. Y'all seen Brooke behind before. When that man actually took his hand and said, hey, I was like, well, damn. No, I could have sworn. Never mind. That don't mean nothing. It was just observation from me.
James. Brooke's husband is attractive though. He's an attractive brother. But I don't understand why he is. I like chocolate men though. If you chocolate, I'm like, yeah.
I do too. No, I do too. But that's
I'm just like, the implant. He does have a big hand, because to grip all of that extra stuff.
Yes, that's why I said that, because I was like, wait. No, Naya, I was not looking at it like that. I was not looking at his hand. I just happened to see it, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at his hand, because y'all had to say Brooke's BBL is terrible.
It is. It's scary.
Terrible.
It's scary.
It's terrible. It's like, I don't even know what to call it. But the fact that your hand, it does. The fact that a man's hand can really grip the side of that ass like that and actually cover the whole right cheek was just amazing to me. I've never thought his hands were huge. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I get it though, Brooke. I get it. Because I've been mad at my husband. He's like, I'm sorry. Smack cheek, grab cheek. And then it's like, I'm a little less mad, but I still don't like you, nigga. Anywho, that's how it be. These men, like, they could really get away with so much if they learn their women. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. The next thing we see is Evelyn's event, her bodysuit event. She's having a pop-up shop for it. People showed up. Looks like it did all right. Everyone showed up except Brittany, and Clayana was not invited. Now, here's where the fuck shit comes in and the bullshit. Jennifer announces that she's working on a movie with the production company, and she wants to have Jackie, who she served with paperwork, over a movie, as well as Evelyn in her movie. Just because they remade How High with a bunch of the low-tier plagiarized comedians that are out does not mean that every actor, every person who's popular on social media needs to be in a movie. Now, Jackie, go put her in a novela or a soap opera, something like that. Okay. I feel like Jackie would play the hell out of something in a scary movie or something that don't require too much. Put Jackie in a Tyler Perry play. You don't need to act to be in a Tyler Perry movie or play. Put Jackie in that. Now, what the hell?
No, Jackie need to be in the reboot of Jeepers Creepers playing Mrs. Creeper.
I'm done with you.
Like if the Jeepers Creepers man had a wife, it would be Jackie. I promise you, it would be Jackie. And I'm not playing with y'all. I'm being so serious. I feel like if Jeepers Creepers, if it was a couple that was killing people, Jackie would be the perfect Mrs. Creepers.
I'm done with you. Nope. James is on track. We're moving on because of James. Not Jackie would be. We don't really have full faith in their acting capabilities as a YouTube content creation duo. We don't have that. So I'm just keeping it real. Naya is laughing at us in the comments, but I don't know why she asked them to be in her movie like it's a big deal. Jen said she had a documentary. Then I saw an MTV special, a documentary series, kind of like MTV's True Life or, the shit they've done years. It was like an episode or two of Jen's like dating because she needed multi-episodes for her choices in men. Anywho, moving it along, we did see Vanessa come in and I was cracking up in production. I was trying not to laugh because it was supposed to be a serious scene, but as soon as Jen comes in, you see Christian like just looking around, and I'm like, oh, he was really like
he was really ready to go
like
and confront his lady.
He had some Rocky music on. He's running up and down some steps or something. Like,
it was giving me, it's about to be a girl fight. Like that's what it was. That's what it was given to me. It was like, why is you staring up there? Now it could have been production and a bad edit. It could have been, but for shits and giggles, let's just say it was that. He was really looking this up and lay down. He go, oh, that's her.
Yeah. And then he got himself, you can see him pump himself
and
get upset. And so he finally gets mad. And then, Jen's like, you want to go to the bar? Yeah. I'm like, this is weird. The whole scene was very weird. So he goes and asks Vanessa to talk to her. And she looks confused. The rest of us are confused. And what we learned from this conversation is that apparently he wrote a book. Anybody who is a huge Basketball Wives fan or a Jennifer Williams fan, if you know the name of Christian's book, please let myself and James know so that I can go look into it. We would love to investigate. We are more than content creators. We are basically the Nancy Drews of the hood on the East and West Coast. Stop playing with us. Like, we would love to investigate and figure out what is going on.
Yeah, all mess aside, you are speaking to a fellow author myself.
He's the best person to look into it.
Yes, I am the best person to look into it. I actually do this. This is my livelihood. This is what I do for a living. This is what I do. And I would love to look into your book because I want to know what that got to do
with any
of this conversation.
So the book, all we got is when Vanessa explained things. She found out about his son that he had at 17 years old, and he lost the rights to his child, which that young, I'll give you a pass, especially if you're in the kid's life now. But he lost his rights to his son. He said, I have 3 kids biologically, but only 2 on paper. If you got 3 kids, just say you have 3 kids.
I was just going to say, what that got to do?
That statement was weird as hell. But, I didn't understand the point of the conversation. Basically, Vanessa's just like, okay. And the way she did it was just like, all right, I'm going to give this little nigga his moment. Because, to her, that's a whole child.
And see, here's the thing. And I wouldn't have given him shit. I would have walked right away. But like, oh, you trying to waste my time. Ain't nobody finna give you this.
And this is why, Vanessa, you need to tell us was really good with your marriage. Because if a man comes up to me talking about he has an issue with me and I don't know him, I don't care if I have said something about him. Let your bitch talk to me. You're not going to talk to me. I'm going to, I'm going to pick up my fucking handy dandy iPhone and call Mr. Best. You can talk to him. You don't need to talk to me. Like, we don't need to talk. So Jennifer letting that happen, overall, I think we can agree was whack. Y'all moved
I actually, here's the thing. I expected that from her. Sadly. I expected that from her because let me explain to you why. When you actually watch their YouTube show, keep in mind, he is driving her Rolls Royce. His idea was the YouTube channel. So why would I make any less of it for him to confront a woman that had information on him? Why would that be any less? And Jennifer just sat back there then, just like she sat in the front seat of her own fucking car. That cost $325,000, might I add. And the word on the curb is allegedly she paid cash. So I'm not finna play with y'all about Jennifer and this bullshit. Jennifer, I'm telling you, all
I know
feel bad.
is the child had his moment, and all adults know, Vanessa, messy or not, all adults know you do not argue with children. So good job, Vanessa, for not arguing with that boy. And moving along, fast forward to the end of Evelyn's event. Lavon brings her a beautiful bouquet of roses, and they're, multicolored. And Evelyn does not say thank you. She does not give him a kiss. She does not give him a hug. As she says, she's not big on PDA. Let the man go. Evelyn, at this point, what you're doing is wrong, and I don't care to see it. It's whack. I'll say that and keep it moving. So we also see Jen apologize to Shanice. That goes well. That's all that happened with the party. I'm not going to comment too much on that. However, the last scene of the show we get is Brittany and Giselle meeting. And basically, Brittany, I guess she's done being fake on camera. I don't think it's anything these women have done. I think Brittany Renner is a cocky, narcissistic individual just based on my own analysis of her as a person. And I think that because she's been so popular in social media with a lot of this new generation of stars that we have, and then the social media stars. And I don't care if you do music, if you act, if you got put on through social media first, I feel like they are a little too confident and a little too cocky. I don't think Brittany liked any of these women. I think she did this for a check, which I don't blame her for. I think she did this for more fame. I don't think she has an issue with anybody whatsoever because she's the one. Even Clayana's plight comes from defending Brittany. So if you really trace back the issues that we've had this season, it all comes back to Brittany. And she quits on Giselle in the middle of the conversation, gets up, walks away, leaves those bagels, which looked wonderful. I swear to God, I would have asked for some cream cheese to go. Stop playing. Strawberry, preferably. I don't understand any of that, but bye. Au revoir. Sayonara. Adios.
I'm just saying.
See you later. Alligator.
Yeah.
Bye, Brittany. Do you have any comments on that scene?
No, because it was a waste of however long they were sitting there. Production, I don't know why y'all wanted these two, called them up to me for getting bagels and coffee and whatever else they had. It was a waste of time.
Yeah.
It was a waste of time.
It was 3 seconds of my time that I won't be able to.
It was a waste of time. I don't know how this made the cutting room floor, but whatever. That's not neither here nor there.
Joe. I just cannot. So that was the episode, you guys. I don't really know. Basketball Wives airs on Monday. Monday is Christmas. So obviously we will not get an episode next week. I believe the only episodes we will have is maybe, I don't know if James, are you free Tuesday to do a Bell Collective recap? But that's the only thing that's coming on TV. I
am definitely free on Tuesday to do a Bell Collective recap on that one because at the end of the day, I still have a channel, still need to put out content.
Yeah. That's the only show that will have content for, I believe, is Bell Collective. Yeah. So you will catch me, to those who watch my channel, on James's Bell Collective recap on Tuesday, the day after Christmas. That is December 26th. We're going to head over, stay on the channel. We're going to go live in just less than 5 minutes. We're going to get into Basketball Wives Orlando.
Trust me, y'all are not going to want to miss this because this episode,
Hot Mess Express.
Woo, Bad Girls Club Orlando is just doing way too much.
They are. They really are. And thank you, Nia Green, again for your support. We hope to see you in the next video. If not, we appreciate you anyway. I will see all of you guys in a few minutes. Adios.